Hello gamers and welcome to Let's Try Bonaparte, a Mechanized Revolution by Studio Imugi, where you play Napoleon or Céline, I think, in a kind of like steampunk setting. Let's try it out and give it a shot. At the outbreak of the revolution, you were a soldier. Your name was? Aha, here we go. We can be César Bonaparte or Céline Bonaparte. I do want to be César. It's a strategy game, by the way. Versailles Palace, July 1789. The once glorious Kingdom of France teeters on the brink of collapse. Common people starve, the bourgeoisie chafe at unfair taxation. Flash riots break out across Paris. For the first time in almost 200 years, King Louis the 16th agrees to convene the État Général, a gathering of representatives from the clergy, nobility, and commoners, to air their grievances and save the country from financial ruin. As a member of the King's Royal Guard, you are here on duty. My career is important to me, or I take the King's safety seriously. Let's say that, because we are a soldier. This is our job. Your loyalty has earned you the recent promotion to the rank of captain. You survey the restless crowd. Loyal subjects, you have been summoned to discuss a dire matter. Though we are proud of General Lafayette and our Colossi Phlogistorum for defeating the British in the American War, the victory has left our treasury empty. You've only encountered Colossi in training. Their power is unlike anything you've wielded in battle. They are an extravagance, or I want to command one. I want to command one. They require a strong hand. It is my dream to harness their might. New taxes are needed to repay the loans that financed the war. Ignorant oaf, as Georges Danton. The people are already overburdened. Marquis de Lafayette, His Majesty means well, but how could the people possibly give more to their country? After much discussion, a radical voice calls out. Maximilien Robespierre. Enough with you and your taxes. The time has come for a new form of government. How dare you? I should have you hanged for such treasonous words. My prince, please forgive my colleague. However imprudent his statement, I am sure we are all in agreement. France needs reform. A constitutional monarchy with the king as its head and a body comprised of its populace would serve and protect all. The estates meet in private for further discussion. On their return, the bourgeoisie declare themselves the national convention and claim the right to govern themselves. I refuse to recognize this. I am the ruler of France, and France is me. I decide what is and is not the law. We are here by the will of the people. We will not leave except at the point of bayonets. Brother, they are calling for a revolution. We must crush this movement. Summon the royal army, secure Versailles and Paris. 40,000 royal troops arrive from across the country, surrounding Versailles and Paris. The soldiers' arrival only provokes outrage in the streets. The people protest outside the Bastille, a prison fortress in central Paris, and a symbol of the arbitrary injustices of the monarchy. We demand that the garrison surrender. Release all prisoners, give us your weapons. Across the city, the royal guard is pulled in every direction. This farce has gone far enough. Captain Bonaparte. My troop await orders, your highness. The riot in the street is at the boiling point. The violence might spill over and claim innocent lives if it is not quelled. Take command of the Colossus, crush the revolt at the Bastille. You would deploy the Colossi? It would be an honor, my prince. Through the Colossus, I will safeguard the security of France. Very good. Remember, Bonaparte, you follow the orders of the rightful ruler of this country. Allowing the peasants any control will lead to chaos and destruction. The situation will be dealt with. Vive le roi! Nice. Captain Bonaparte, let's advance upon the enemy. Select the unit you control, highlighted in green with a left click. Then move to the selected unit, press right-click on any vacant tile. You can undo your movement by selecting the unit you just moved and clicking the undo button. You can use middle click to pan the camera around and zoom. Okay. Defeat all the enemies. It's just some peasants here. This is where they can go. This is where we can go. So he goes here. There's a combat lock. That's good. So let's just march here. Stay together. We are engaging. To attack your enemy, select one of your units, then right-click on an enemy unit, highlighted in red, then confirm the attack. Normal attack, 84%. César Bonaparte plus officer piloting bonus. Physical damage, quite a lot. Lots of morale damage as well. Against the citizen militia. But we took some damage as well. Well done, Capitaine. All units have movement points and action points. Attacking costs 1 action point, but there are many other actions you can also take. The icons above your selected units show you how many actions you have left. Some units have special actions or properties granted to them by their commanding officers and or their attributes. You can click on one of your units to view all of its actions and attributes. The unit selection circle will turn grey when all of its movement and action points have been used up. Your turn will automatically end if you have spent all your unit's movement and action points. You can also end the turn manually with the End Turn button. So where are our action points? Is this like 1 action point, I guess, because there's 1 point? Trample would be 2. No, consumes 1 as well. Physical damage is 1000 in this case. Let's saber them. It's a bit unfortunate that they don't turn around. They can pivot, but that's not necessary. Momentum. Once per battle per army. Yeah, there are lots more troops, so let's not do it just yet. But we will get a cannon, so let's use the momentum. Try to take them out. It's a flanking attack even. There we go. Prepare yourselves. Jacques Hébert. René, you coward, let us in. Citizens, we cannot allow your entry. In the name of the king, we will defend this fortress with our lives if necessary. Your loyalty is commendable. As Lucien Bonaparte, our brother, I guess. But the king cares little whether you and your men live or die. Why waste your life? Surrender the Bastille to us, or else we'll hang every last one of you. You guide the Colossus forward. The ground quivers with each step, announcing your presence. That is enough, citizens of Paris. I am Captain Bonaparte of His Majesty's Royal Guard. While I sympathize with your outrage, I will not condone any act of violence. Leave now and you will not be harmed. We will stay where we are until every last prisoner is released from the Bastille. Lucien, you led the mob here. Hardly. Each of us chose to rise up and fight today. Join us, César. Turn the Colossus against the crown. Let us take the Bastille and liberate its prisoners. The citizens of Paris and my own brother are risking their lives to fight for liberty. If only I could stand with them. Captain Bonaparte, the mob is growing restless. Help us disarm them before they wreak havoc on the city. But the garrison, my fellow soldiers who will fight to the death for the king and country, how dare I abandon them? They are about to attack, Captain. What are your orders? With whom do my loyalties lie? Well, we have to fight for the king. We swore an oath, so there we go. My king, disperse the rioters. Onward, men. Vive le roi. You pull an iron lever. Fumes of phlogiston rush through the pipes like blood. Their air waits. From the commander's seat, Lucien looks small. César, you would rather be the king's lapdog than side with us, so be it. Citizens, fight for your lives, fight for freedom. But we fight for le roi. Move forward and kill them. Okay, this is out of range, unfortunately. So moving forward was possibly a bad idea. Let's end the turn. Confirm. Yeah, they can attack me now, that's bad. They resisted as well. We're going to shoot. Can we shoot back? No. Now we can. Cannon. They will shoot from a distance first, because then they won't be able to engage us. You can maybe finish them off. There we go. Our Colossus can't get far enough, unfortunately. Force march. Let's force march. This might be bad for them because they want to shoot at range, maybe. And now we can actually still attack. Or can't we? No, it used our action point. We can go here and flank them, I hope. Okay, we could have broken through the enemy units. But we are in a bad position for that right now. Flanking attack, very good. Ooh, we took a lot of damage, but we hit back. Ooh, lots of damage. Medium heat damage. Oh, we must press on. I suggest we flank the enemy by going around and attack from the rear. You might notice the enemies can either face left or right. Attacking from an enemy's rear gives us attack bonuses and prevents them from poisoning. Okay, so here we go. Flanking attack. So we gain heat. I guess this is heat. So we just overheated actually. And this morale in this case. He can kill them off. So now we need to shoot with our cannon. 57%. Let's kill them off. We have 3 units that can shoot at them. Is that the rear already? Yeah, kind of. There's no flanking, no attack opportunity, I think, so we can shoot. He can still attack. I should have moved into his rear. Yeah, I had 2 action points with him. So there we go. Continue. We did it. If a unit runs out of morale, it will capitulate instantly. We should hit the enemy with attacks that deal more damage if there's an opportunity. I see, we have repulsed the attack, victory is ours. Damn, these bastards are tougher than they look. Retreat, run for your lives. The rioters flee, abandoning their wounded. Governor Launay's soldiers bring them to you. Among the prisoners is Lucien. Lucien, I'm relieved that you live. How did you get involved in this recklessness? Don't you understand the severity of your actions? I regret nothing. I have helped the people fight for their liberty. But you, César, can you live with what you've done? All those that you killed today, they were citizens of this country, our brothers and sisters who dared to stand their ground and fight for their future. As Lucien speaks, you hear shrieks and cries in the distance. They grow louder. Soon an armed mob arrives in front of the Bastille, led by Robespierre and Danton. Impossible, there are even more of them than before, citizens of Paris. Look upon these cowards and traitors of the Bastille. They hide behind their walls and cannons, but what could they have to fear? Could they have to fear from their own people? They have mercilessly butchered our friends, our families, our comrades. And to what end? Nothing. They are mindless pawns, doing the bidding of the nobility and the king. They fear your justice and your retribution. They are enemies of the people, enemies of France. The true enemies of France are you, filthy degenerates. Prince Charles arrives with a contingent of the royal army. Reinforcements, about time. Captain Bonaparte, I'm relieved to see that you've survived. We are outnumbered. All of Paris is up in arms. We have nothing to fear from this rebel. Through cold steel and gunpowder we will remind this city who is their master and sovereign. Charge! Vive le roi! Vive la révolution! Just as the two sides clash, a rider in blue arrives. In the name of the king, cease your hostilities at once. What nonsense is this, Lafayette? I come bearing royal decrees. The king grants amnesty to all those who took part in today's events. All royal troops are to leave Paris and return to Versailles. Disperse and all shall be forgiven. This is madness. These renegades must be brought to justice. To violate the king's decree is treason. No one is exempt, not even princes. For the peace and prosperity of France, the king has allowed the formation of the National Convention. All members of the States General have been released from captivity. Everyone is invited to take part in drafting a constitution for our country. This cannot be. It is done. There is no need for further bloodshed, my friends. The king has already acquiesced to our demands. Let us disperse the crowds before we lose control and they turn against us. A prudent course of action. Very well. Ah, brave citizens of Paris, the king has bowed to your might. Through the National Convention, my friends and I will continue the fight for liberty and equality. Return to your homes and celebrate your victory, for you have changed history today. Vive la Révolution! Vive la Révolution! Triumphant cries echo through the city. Eventually the crowd disperses. The Comte d'Artois reluctantly sends his soldiers back to Versailles. A historic day, and your role in it is not forgotten, Bonaparte. Your bravery has prevented anarchy, allowing France to take its first steps towards an enlightened government. I am forming a coalition of eminent individuals who are committed to finding a peaceful path towards progress. We call ourselves the moderates. We would be honored if the hero of the Bastille would join our cause. An enlightened government. This is not America, Lafayette. France has history, France has culture, and what lies at the heart of our glorious country is the king. Commoners and nobles, laborers and scholars, soldiers and bureaucrats, we are all united in our service to the crown. Anarchists wish to tear apart our country. but they do not speak for everyone. Step outside of Paris and you will find that the French people love their king. Bonaparte, our duty is to be the king's shield, protecting him from all those who would do harm to France. I trust you will remain His Majesty's loyal servant. Whom should I side with? So Robespierre is unavailable because we sided with the king. We could go with the royalists or with Marquis de Lafayette. Let's go for constitutional monarchy. Excellent, you have made the right choice, my friend. Vive la France. Achievement unlocked. Side with the royalists during the storming of the Bastille. So we have a resource bar. Here you can see your party's current resources. Navigation bar. Click here to visit one of the faction clubs. Menu bar. Change game speed between turns. Time panel. Here you can see the current date, the turns until the National Convention, and the current level of terror. Terror rises due to military violence, propaganda, or oppressive laws. High levels of terror will lead to major historical events. While terror should be balanced, it will inevitably rise over time. This will show other parties' actions between turns. This panel shows your current army. This icon shows your army's current strength. You can click to switch the leader of the current unit. This icon shows the overall size. Click here to return to Bonaparte's army. Right-click to attack enemy regions. And turn to end the turn. So resources are votes for the bourgeoisie, allow moderate publications. Oh no, these are the actual resources, I think. Heat, or what is that? Coin. Coin, influence, and phlogiston. Scene settings. Discuss with Marquis Lafayette at the Moderates Club. I met Bonaparte. The advocate for constitutional monarchy, I would like to understand your reasons. We need a responsible government that is committed to reforming this country while minimizing the harm that social change brings. In its current state, a constitutional monarchy is the most practical form of government for France. I turn up the volume a little bit. Okay. I do not believe this to be a perfect government because no such thing exists. I dream of France one day becoming a republic. For now, we must follow the path of least violence to effect change. These are important matters. Views on terror. Do you believe that terror is necessary to bring about change? Terror is a barbaric tool. I abhor it. I cannot condone its use except in extreme cases of civil disorder. A true patriot would not wish such repression on fellow countrymen. True. We could talk with him. What's his view on government? L'Ancien Regime, the old monarchy of France, is decrepit and unfit to serve the needs of France's citizens, but I contest the notion that this is something inherent to monarchies. Our friends in the British Isles, for example, have found a way to balance the stability of a monarchy with the political inclusion of a democracy. A constitutional monarchy headed by a wise and generous ruler will usher in a golden age for the French nation. And as much as I love my dear cousin, His Majesty is bound by that archaic aristocratic mindset. I have heard it said that France might fare well better under my rule. I am flattered, but such responsibilities are beyond me at this time. Let's leave for now. Don't need to talk with all of them. We need to discuss with Comte d'Artois. Discuss. Quickly, I have other matters to attend to. Your Highness, you pose any constitutional restraints on royal power. Why is this? The monarchy is the beating heart of France. To constrain the monarchy is to crush the life out of the nation. In the days of my grandfather, the Sun King, France was the envy of the world. And this was because he was the estate. L'État, c'est moi. To restore France to her glory, the king must have more power, not less. Are you finished? Okay, we've this views on terror. Yes, by the Lord's will I shall, by his instrument of divine retribution. I shall repay tenfold every insult and degradation that my family and the kingdom have suffered. No one will dare to rise against us again, not in 1,000 years. That's also discussed with Robespierre. Bonaparte, welcome. What shall we discuss? You are an ardent republic. Why do you believe that monarchy must be abolished? The monarchy. Monarchies are inherently tyrannical due to their fundamental principle. One rules over all, not by merit, but through birthright. By definition, equality cannot exist in such a regime. Only a republic can free the French people from oppression. What other matters do you seek? Okay, views on terror. Do you believe that terror is necessary to bring about change? Change is impossible without hardship. A revolution cannot succeed without violence. I will gladly soak my hands in the blood of our enemies to free the French people from oppression. I think we've joined the right guys. Attack and conquer Melun. This is our French army. We are based in Paris. The royalists are here and also in the east and west. We are also down here and in the southwest. So now we need to attack and conquer Melun. We get resources, coin, and influence. Also, it allows us to basically connect our territory. Predicted outcome, decisive victory. Begin battle. We will do a manual battle. Get to know the troops. Okay, we can reposition units. That's cool. Oh, they're up here. I see. Let's begin the mission. So we have skirmishers here. How far can they get? Not super far, so we can move forward safely. So line infantry. Stay together. Let's end the turn. Here they come. The rebel. Rebel. They're inspired because they've ganged up. You go here, make this a flanking attack if you can. No, it's unfortunately a normal attack. Bayonet charge. Let's do that. Critical hits, fantastic. Let's use them to take them out. Now let's try the trample. So let's move here. And then try trample. It's not worked. And let's saber them. Can we still move? At least that's a flanking attack. You can check them. Oh god. We lost quite a bit of health actually. You walk behind them. You can shoot them in the back. Still alive. Walk behind them. Unfortunately, they resisted. To take them from the rear. Let's get momentum. This momentum is very strong. Down they go. They have one action point left, but no movement point, unfortunately. That gives morale. Yeah, let's rally. And turn. Our army here should survive. Continue. Battle of Mechanized, we are victorious. We beat the rebels. Prison of war, line infantry. We can't execute, we can't release. We need a law for that, I think. Let's imprison him. Now what else shall I do? I think they need to regenerate. This is our main army, kind of. Here we have a major army as well. Or is it just like a defense force? Here we have a lady. Seems as if she can't attack anyone. No, we can't. Can we recruit more for this army though? No, we can't either. Ah, this is allies. This is actually not us. We are just like a wheel. I see. Conquered Brest. I think Auxerre would be a good target. Our allies are fighting as well. Turn 2. Click here to mobilize an officer unit into a new army. You can also click transfer to merge. Click here to recruit a new unit. Click here to recruit a new officer. Okay. So let's recruit a new officer. Germain Masséna. That's for leadership is 52. He's a good pilot. Could we actually get a... We could get a battalion, but could we get a Colossus? No. We don't have the coin for like a cannon, unfortunately. We could go for grenadiers. Let's go for one more line infantry. 2 units of line infantry, I think, won't hurt us. We must conscript new troops for our army. I will be leading this effort. Bonaparte leads a group of guards all around Milan, seeking new recruits for the new line infantry battalion. Good, these are promising recruits for the new battalion. Okay, we've got it. Can we change them? Change their position here? Apparently not. I do want a new dude. So we are going to go for the leadership, persuading leadership lady here. Masséna could be great to help our cause. Murat, I want you to lead this effort. That night, Murat visits Masséna. We need people like you, Masséna. Join us and we can change the future of France. Indeed, and what kind of future will this be? What do the Bonapartists fight for? We fight for the nation. We fight for France and all those who are part of our great nation. What nonsense. I refuse to be part of this. Good day. Oh no, and we lost the points as well. That's unfortunate. Oh, here actually it says recruit a new line infantry unit. Okay, then can we also capture, attack someone? No more actions left, okay. We can speed things up here a little. Turn 3. What am I supposed to do? Garrison. The garrison shows the army protecting this region. Districts. Here you can see the buildings in the region. Each contributes a certain amount of resources per turn. Click on a building to open the options menu. You can upgrade the building using resources to increase its resource income. Or we can construct a new one. Construct a new building in Paris. So what could we build in Paris? A factory maybe? We can't afford it. We don't have the coin, to be honest. The farmland brings us income. Let's upgrade it. We need to upgrade the farmland in Milan. Saying, c'est juste, I want you to lead this effort. C'est juste arrives at the worksite. Very carpenters and masons sit around waiting for direction. Citizens, the farmland can be improved through your effort and yield more results for France. So let's stand up and get to work. This is an outrage. We won't stand for this. The workers appear unmoved by Sergi's direction, half-heartedly carrying on with the upgrades. But it is upgraded. We get more coin now. Which is very needed. This is the garrison, quite nice actually. Construct a new building in Paris. Yeah, I can't. I don't have coin. Let's attack this because our friends can go there. This will be a decisive victory. Let's auto-resolve. And we can't... Are you kidding me? We lost a unit and we can't change to let's do it manually now. That's very, very unfortunate. Imprison. Okay, that's bad. For example, in Age of Wonders 4, you can then, if you don't like the automatic outcome, you can do the battle manually, which I think is a good system. And for strategic view, here you can switch between the military view, showing the own territories support, showing the most popular faction in every region. Right-click on the owned territory with your army to spread propaganda, gaining support in the region and lowering the support of another faction. Population panel. Here you can see a breakdown of the support each social class has for each faction. Currently, only the nobility is allowed to vote, so only their support matters. An aide enters your office. Captain Bonaparte, the Comte de Mirabeau is here to see you. He's brought a guest. Send them in. Mirabeau enters, escorting an unfamiliar woman. Despite her polished appearance, the scent of oil and iron clings faintly to her person. Bonaparte, I would like to introduce Madame Marianne Pauls Lavoisier. Surely you recognize the name, Lavoisier? Why, your husband discovered phlogiston and prototyped the first colossi on commission for the crown, for better or for worse. His work's remarkable. Remarkable work. Commanding a colossi is an experience like no other. It's a shame he did not accompany you. I would have liked to speak to him. Antoine has been ill for quite some time. He sojourns in the countryside while I lead our operations. Madame Lavoisier's own involvement in the development of the colossi cannot be understated. She worked quite closely with him. I was first his pupil, then lab assistant. Years later, I became his collaborator. Then wife? Then wife, your courtship was rather unconventional. Our marriage is a partnership. In a manner, the colossi are our children. Then France has much benefited from your scientific contributions, madame. Now what has brought you here? I offer you my services, Captain Bonaparte. I have followed news on your campaign keenly. I would like to support the military endeavors of the Bonapartists. You believe in our cause? You believe in the Bonapartists' ideals? Your ideals are inconsequential. The Lavoisier legacy lives through the colossi, Bonaparte. After the American War, French development on the colossi stagnated. Hundreds of colossi were decommissioned and left to rust. While my husband convalesced, I was hired for frivolous ventures. Ornamental colossi to decorate the noble's garden, a mechanized canine to bark on the queen's command, pompous shows of wealth. I've created nothing of real scientific consequence since, no more. If I'm to work, let it be in the service of progress. With Madame Lavoisier's aid, you can commission new colossi. Your army would surely benefit. I would not refuse such an offer. What would you require for those services, madame? Gold, phlogiston, and time. Once you've given your command to start construction, my team cannot create at the snap of a finger. You will have it. I look forward to your work, Madame Lavoisier. So we need to spread propaganda using our army. Oh, that's not good support for us here. So how do we spread propaganda again? Using your army. Now I can right click, I think. It's 100 influence. Here we go. We have the same persuasion, so it doesn't matter. We need to rally the people of Beauvoir. to our cause. I will be leading this effort. Bonaparte arrives at the bustling street in Beauvais. Crowd has gathered around, eager to hear what Bonaparte has to say. People of Beauvais, I hear our words. Jacobins are deceiving you. Join the moderates and fight tyranny. Bonaparte continues to speech, condemning the injustices caused by the Jacobins and describing the ideal society that moderates will create. I can get behind this. Bonaparte's words are met with a thunderous cheer and applause. Good. So we have a decent approval. Can we check someone? No. Can we recruit someone? We can recruit a Colossus. Let's do that. Yeah, well, this is interesting. Quite a few Colossus. I need to turn down the volume a little bit, I think. Well, obviously we can't afford them. And this is allied territory, so I can't upgrade it. What about Paris? Paris is mine. Milan is mine. Beauvais is mine. Let's upgrade this building. We need to upgrade the farmlands in Beauvais. Leclerc, I want you to lead this effort. Leclerc arrives at the worksite. Citizens, the farmland can be improved. Excellent news. We can wholeheartedly support this change. Workers are roused to action by Leclerc's direction, wholeheartedly upgrading the farmland. Fantastic. Let's end the turn. Not enough actions to move and attack. I could still move, but why? The National Convention occurs after a regular strategic turn. When you have finished your turn, click here to head to the National Convention. Okay. One morning, Mirabeau arrives at your doorstep. Bonaparte, the king has summoned me to Versailles to discuss the state of the nation. Will you join me? I would appreciate your escort in these dangerous times. I would also give you a chance to speak to the king. It would. Yes, I will go with you. Yes, I will. Yeah. Excellent. Let us be on our way. Soon you arrive at Versailles Palace, announcing the Comte de Mirabeau and Captain Bonaparte. The king's smile at Mirabeau's arrival fades as he hears your name. This is actually quite interesting that there's a lot of story. If it pleases Your Majesty, Captain Bonaparte is an influential member of the National Convention with valuable insights. Fine, on to the matter at hand. Recently I have received reform bills from the National Convention. On reading their contents, I cannot agree with any of them. I wish to veto them all. All of them? Your Majesty, my fellow members of the Convention debated and drafted these reforms for the good of France. As such, my king, it would be imprudent to use your veto in such haphazard manner. Curse the Constitution, I am the King of France, and I will do what I must to save my kingdom. The royal finances are ruined. Roving mobs ransack the provinces. All this constitutional nonsense has achieved nothing. It has protected you, such is the nature of compromise, my king. It has protected you. The compromise has protected your person and preserved your prestige. Protected me or incarcerated me. I feel cheated. I thought it was to be temporary. But you all treat me like a child. I cannot even travel without being escorted by Lafayette and his guards. Your Majesty, you must be patient and magnanimous. Win the hearts and minds of the people, and you will control the National Convention and all those bound by its constitution. Give your royal assent to these reforms. Prove them to the people that you are an enlightened ruler. The king slams his fist in anger and frustration. After a moment, he regains composure. Very well, I will sign these reforms into law. That is all. You may leave. Of course, good day, Your Majesty. As you take your coach back to Paris, Mirabeau sighs in relief. And so the revolution survives another day. This is untenable. Why do we need him? Untenable. The king will not cooperate for long. For all we know, he's already planning a counter-revolution. True. However, the king remains a powerful symbol for the French people. It is best he remains under our influence. Let us keep a close eye on him. We are supposed to finish our turn as usual, but let's move down to Miller, so we can maybe do something here. And we can maybe also upgrade the farmland. We need to upgrade the farmland in Miller. Achievement unlocked. Upgrade any building to its maximum level. C'est juste. I want you to lead the effort. This is an outrage. Okay, this is a shame. Because I did have an order that I could have used. Yeah, I can choose the target. To condemn Jacobins for sure. We need to rally the people of Malaya to our cause. Murat, I want you to lead this effort. Good. Now let's head to the National Convention. Welcome to the National Convention. Here are the January 1790 election results. Each faction distributes its votes amongst the parties. This corresponds to how many votes each party gets in the National Convention. Continue to reforms. Good afternoon, Bonaparte. To shape the future of France, the National Convention has gathered to propose new reforms. Lead the conversation by presenting your own proposals. Hover over the reforms to the right. Okay. Are lenient. This will enable the spare option for prisoners of war. This will lower terror. Freedom of speech. Let's propose this. Freedom of speech moderates. Army participation. Achievement unlocked. Achievements. Propose at least 3 reforms. Propose at least 5 reforms and representatives. That's weird. Okay, at least 3 maybe because like everyone suggested something. Look at this dude here. These reforms have been put forward. Once you proceed, each member of the convention will vote. While I would never suggest bribery, it may benefit you to negotiate if a voter seems undecided. The Jacobin propaganda is spreading unrest throughout France and it must be stopped. We must silence these violent, deceitful publications. If so, then why do these publications resound with the citizens? Do you think they will stand for this? Let us now take a vote of who is in favor or against this reform. This will give 5. Start debate. All these people are debating basically. The Marquis de Lafayette is against the current reform. Also, a Girondin is, going for both. But the majority is in favor, that's good. The royalist propaganda is manipulating people. I cannot think of no working citizen who would miss the ignorant words of those bastards. If we insist upon this fast of a convention, then the voices of those you disdain should be heard. Let us now take a vote. A vote against. Interesting. Verondine votes in favor. And now we go to the executions. Who are we to act as God without even the basic decency of trial? I am against. Probably I will be in the minority. We could negotiate the lady, but it's not going to be necessary. It might be necessary. It's weird, the likelihood of success decreases as I give more. Oh no, I need to give. Let's propose it. You approach Philip Illegalite and outline the exchange you planned. Yes, I would be open to this offer. There we go. Let's close the debate. Executions have been rejected. In the middle of the night, Lafayette summons you to the Garde Nationale headquarters. Bonaparte, urgent news. His Majesty and the royal family have gone missing. How did this happen? Impossible, how did this happen? Someone in our midst must have assisted in the escape. We will deal with them later. It's highly probable His Majesty flees to Austria, the homeland of the Queen. Does he seek help from his brother-in-law? Perhaps. The Holy Roman Emperor, along with several European monarchs, are unhappy with France's shift towards a constitutional monarchy. However, we cannot discount the possibility of a counter-revolutionary plot. The king may have aid from a number of émigrés. I have sounded the alarm, but we have yet to receive any reports on the king's exact whereabouts. He could not have gone far. Someone must have seen him. He could not have gone far. We'll find him. In the meantime, we should mobilize the troops and be ready to act. I suggest positioning the army in the northeast, near Charleville. Most likely the king will try to escape through here. I will consider your advice, General. You take your leave. On the way back to your office, you are stopped by a hooded figure. My prince, Bonaparte, I presume General Lafayette has already informed you of my brother's disappearance. He has. Lafayette has tasked me with returning the king to Paris. For the sake of our nation, Bonaparte, you must refrain from pursuing Louis. The crown cannot survive if he is captured. The revolutionaries would kill him, or further restrict his powers. His lips twist ugly at the thought. Though you do not belong to the royalists, your loyalty at the Bastille showed your dedication to the king. We would not be having this conversation otherwise. Does the king flee to Austria? My prince, I cannot say. I was not privy to Louis' plans. Whether or not the Comte d'Artois speaks true, allowing the king to escape will have lasting repercussions on France. I will not pursue the king. Very well, upon your advisement I will not pursue the king. Good. We have nothing else to speak of then. The Comte d'Artois disappears into the night. What's my task anyway? I don't have a task anymore. We can't upgrade this now. Moderate club or moderate printing press. We don't want that. Oh no, we might want that actually. We could upgrade the church for more influence. Where could I get territory? Nowhere, basically. Let's attack the rebels here. Next turn. Maybe let's recruit someone. We don't have coin. Let's end the turn. Meanwhile, outside Paris, a carriage stops at a small village. Good evening, monsieur. Where are you off so late at night? Greetings. My family is on our way to visit an ailing cousin. We need fresh horses to continue our journey. My best wishes for you and your kin. Say, have we met somewhere? No, I think not. Here's your payment. Thank you, sir. Your horses should be ready in a moment. Wait, you look just like the face on the coin. You are the king. Help! I found him. King Louis is here. Damnation. We've been discovered. Run, quickly. With fresh horses, the king's carriage bolts out of town. Soon it reaches the rendezvous with the royalist army led by General Bouillet. That was too close. Stay alert, man. Deploy my colossus. We must fight our way to the border. The news arrives quickly to Paris. King Louis was spotted in Troyes. Catch him before he reaches the Austrian border in Charleville. I actually want to let him go. He is hostile, though. We would suffer a crushing defeat. So obviously we're not going to attack. Oh, can I actually undo? Where's this undo? Only in the battle, right? Why can they move so much? Okay, let's get line infantry back. Confirm, and let's see if we can get... No, we can't. What shall we do? Let's spread propaganda. There we go. I want to see terror in this video, so we're going to continue a little bit. Oh, we can upgrade the city hall to give us more influence. We can also upgrade the market to give us more coin. Let's do that. Achievement unlocked. Fail to capture the king before he reaches the Austrian border, or let him escape. At last I'm free of France's interfering revolutionaries. With God and Austrian forces on my side, I shall soon reclaim my throne. The news of the king's escape spreads across France. The people's faith in the revolution falters. Rumors abound of royalists plot to overthrow the National Convention. Interesting. Who's in charge here? ultra royalists with the heart, and here impartials. What's the support here? Military support. I was in the support tab. Support here is not that great. We need to talk with the bourgeoisie. Achievement unlocked. Gain 100% popular support for your faction in a region through propaganda. Okay. Let's end the turn. Speed things up. The National Convention gathers to discuss the escape. Several prominent royalists, including the Comte d'Artois, are notably absent. My friends, France finds herself in a precarious position. His Majesty has sought aid with our historic enemies. Austrian troops camp their colossi at our border. And in this time of uncertainty, we find ourselves without a leader. Stop this deference. Lafayette, call His Majesty by what he is, the Bourbon bastard that abandoned his people. He may as well have slit our throats before running away to the Austrians. What choice did the king have? When anarchists and oathbreakers threaten his life, his family, no sympathy will soften the truth. In fleeing, the king has condemned the French people. Without him, it's only a matter of time before Austria declares war on France. I did not return the king to Paris. I must live with this outcome. Austria has already united with Prussia, who sent armaments and phlogistones south. They no doubt seek to re-establish the monarchy to full power. Are we to await this war meekly? We must arm ourselves. Even better, we must strike first. Though speaking as a Bourbon bastard, I caution against jumping into war. It is a costly endeavor. Why not attempt to trade with Austria? And what would we offer Austria? Our empty coffers, our starving militia? We've been bled and left in the presence of a wolf. I do not welcome war, but it is inevitable. Talk of the Austrian threat overtakes the whole. With the king absent, the question of who should lead hangs in the air. We must stand united. Austria is not the only threat to France's well-being. Foreign enemies will see disunity as an opportunity to strike. We must stand united. The people in the provinces need strong leadership, or they will react in fear and confusion. My dear cousin has left us in quite the predicament, no? My friends, Captain Bonaparte speaks wisely. Regardless of our personal politics, we must stand together against the temptatious times ahead. I believe it would be best to pause this conversation and reconvene after gathering our wits. We cannot postpone, General. We must assess the situation and act decisively. I only ask that we cool our tempers first. We must be objective when committing to a course of action. Very well. Though the deputies seem dissatisfied, the whole eventually clears. Whether we attack or we defend, France will need a strong military leader. I must be ready. I wonder why we have so little support here. It's not the strongest of garrisons. And here, yeah, that's a stronger garrison actually. And this one in Rouen, we could maybe attack Rouen. Well, we can walk there and see if we can attack. I can only spread propaganda. Let's do it. Now let's upgrade the farm. And the church. They're not quite happy about that. Heightened terror. Now we need to head to the National Convention. Is there anything we want to vote on? Rules of engagement, protection of the militia. No, let's just skip proposal and vote. No players. Reform selected, okay. But there are some suggestions. To support a stronger French economy, we must let those with the best skills run French industries. They want public services. Private, run by the elites bring great economic benefit. And public institutions should be made private. Let's go for in favor. Rejected. Okay, without voice of reason, France will be divided. Ban moderate. We are obviously against. I hope that the French the royalists help us. No, we don't need to anyone else. We can close the debate. And now they want to allow Jacobin stuff. No, I'm against. Just about. Panic grips in Paris. In the early morning, thousands of pamphlets are distributed to the masses. My God, Austria has declared war against France. This is the fault of the radicals. If King Louis had remained in Paris, Austria would never be so bold. You too fail to see the beauty of this declaration through. Or revolution will spread beyond the borders of France. What good is revolution now? The cockade cannot act as a shield against cannon, nor colossi. You weave your way through the streets and arrive at the club. Your fellow deputies are already discussing the news. We have acted too late. Austria has made her decision. We should have taken the initiative and declared war on Austria ourselves. At least then we would appear to be in control. What's done is done, madame. Austria's ambition cannot be revoked by remorse. My friends, I fear this war is not the only issue at our doorstep. Earlier today I have learned that Jacobins are planning an extremist coup in 3 months. They fear war will unify the people, undoing the revolution's momentum. Not to mention, should the Austrians succeed, Emperor Leopold would return the King of France and reinstate the monarchy fully. Their cause would be crushed in an instant. Yes, thus they opt to deal with their predicament through brute force. They aim to take control of the National Convention fully. We must stop them. The Constitution must remain in place. Let us prepare for this attack. The Jacobins cannot be allowed to wreak anarchy. Bonaparte, can we trust you with the defense of the National Convention? Of course. I will do all I can to protect the Convention and the Constitution. This is quite a delicate endeavor. We cannot afford any mistakes. It would be wise to bolster your forces in the following months. Recruit soldiers, build more colossi. Indeed, you have 3 months to prepare. Be ready, Captain. You take your leave. There's much to do. Oh, we could actually try to conquer them. Let's do that. I'd like to control Versailles. And then we have a cool battle at the end. Taking Versailles is quite the thing, I think. Troops are in there. It might be that the cannon just annihilates me. Still out of range of the cannon, so that's good. We're now gonna go as far as we can. We're going to use momentum. Oh no. He can't go behind. I thought he can go here, but he can't. Why not, actually? Oh, shite. I can't undo, can I? Because I got action points and not movement points, obviously. We can do force march, though. All of them is kind of a little bit of a waste. It's a big mistake I made here. Can they force march again? No. That's a big shame. My cavalry might die now. How often can they shoot? Now it's my turn. We will die now, but it's okay. Hopefully we keep the flanking attack. Another flanking attack. I think we will win. Don't they attack? That's a bit odd. Cannon is gone. You shoot him in the back. You take them out. Also from the rear. Skirmishers still have an action point, so they have 2 action points. Lovely. I wonder if they do less damage with less troops, but actually it does not really seem so. You go in his rear. Is it going to be a flanking attack? Oh, he's too close. Where can I undo? Here. So shoot. They're gonna go for a rear attack. It's almost crushing them. And the cavalry might be able to take them out. Yeah, they clearly make full damage still. Now we do have the retry option, but not after an automatic battle. That's a bit weird. Achievement unlocked. Control both Paris and Versailles regions. That's fantastic. Confirm. Let's imprison him. We have a market here that we can potentially upgrade. There we go. Oh, I should have talked with them first. What's else? But I don't know if there's any effect to it or if it's just like a flavor text. Actually, it seems more like a flavor text. So they all like us quite a bit, actually. It's not too bad. Yeah, so let's end this, and there will be heightened terror maybe afterwards. Not quite, but we do still want to see the terror, actually, to be honest. Let's go back for the military map. What do they have in here? It's a garrison we could potentially win against. A moderates club, plus 2% approval per turn. Let's do that. We should build a new moderates club in Paris. We need at least 5 to get an achievement, but we got it just now. Okay. We must not neglect propaganda. He's a hussar. He's a grenadier. He's a line infantry dude. Let's go for him. Can we persuade him? Indeed, and what kind of future will this be? We fight for the nation. Well said, I will do my best for our cause. Lead the way. That's good. And he actually comes with a line infantry. That is pretty cool. We can still move here, but we can't attack this. No, we can actually. And then we will surely have... Well, maybe not. Still only heightened terror. Lots of propaganda going on. Let's get some more support. Factory or a church is all we can build now. Versailles Palace is 30 influence per turn. That's huge. Let's upgrade the church. And let's end the turn. Maybe I should have another army for support, you know. Terror, but still no terror attack, kind of. We could attack this Catholic army. Also gets experience points. We should be able to crush it. So like a neutral army of sorts. There was a... it's just on my army. It's kind of to indicate it's an army, I think. Let's walk over here. I want to take more royalist territory. Yeah, let's begin the coup de force. So we will still have another fight. That's good. Some troops here. Some troops here. Let's begin the mission. Robespierre leads his army to the Tuileries Palace. The earth rumbles as he approaches. He sneers at you from atop his colossus. Oh, a foolish decision, Bonaparte, defending the royalists acting the dog for Lafayette. Your action is too great disservice to France. The royalists are constitutionally elected members of the National Convention. I cannot allow you to harm them. Stand down, Robespierre. This day need not end in bloodshed. Oh, Bonaparte, do you truly believe these words? This is your last chance. Your cause will not recover from this, should you continue. Your dispassion is the very mark of a moderation or for moderate. Such hesitation will be your undoing. Soldiers, to me, vive la révolution. To battle, men, defend the Constitution. Oh my goodness. Could increase their values. They can't shoot, unfortunately. Let's end the turn. Here the enemy comes. Shoot. You go behind them and shoot them in the back. No, you go. Can you go? No, you can't. Can you pivot? Yes, you can. I could force march theoretically, but I will first go for this. Should have moved them first. You need to look into this direction, please. Oh, they can only look like this, or... yeah, well. Can't look in all directions. Let's end the turn. Confirm. Confirm. You can kill them at limited costs. Could go for momentum to finish them off. I will do that. So we will pretty much for sure get... Yeah, it's a bit of a waste now because of this, but I think it will help. Go here. We can send skirmishers. Shoot them in the back. There we go. There they come. I need to truly kill all the units and assault this position. That would be really bad for me. I think they will stay stationary. No, they come. Okay. We only have like one counterattack. Going to be a nice flanking attack. Critical hit even. It's very good. Now momentum would have been better. You can finish them. End the turn. Take them from the rear. I'm not sure why they were not attacking. They maybe did some sort of charging. Or were too demoralized, I don't know. Skirmisher and Murat. Yes, movement for Murat. We can move here. I wonder if they will engage from up there. Fortunately, obviously no counterattack. What's their range? Quite a bit of range, actually. Will they engage? No. If I was to force march, how far could I walk? What's my movement points again? To negotiate them? Not really. Force march to the cannon. But we can't attack, unfortunately. Because of the invalid target thing, I suppose. Oh no, because of the force march, of course. They can actually try to disable the Colossus. Apparently. But it needs to be below low integrity. Okay. So this is now the moment in which we need to rally. You need to rally. In which we would have needed the momentum. Oh, I forgot my skirmishers, bloody hell. Oh no. Oh no. Confirm. And why can't they move? I've moved them already, okay. You shoot them. You're going to finish them off. Not quite, unfortunately. Oh, can we do momentum? Okay, we can actually attack again first. For whatever reason. Okay, that's good. It won't fully save us. And some of the troops are too far away. We can repair. 2 uses per battle consumes 1. But I think we're going to attack first. In which directions can we pivot? Only like this? This doesn't make sense. This won't help us too much. Line infantry still has actions, but it doesn't help me. I mean, they could rally. There we go. Enemy turn. It's a stab in the back. Oh no. You go behind this and shoot. can withstand one more attack like this, I think. So I do want to check it. We are much hotter, unfortunately. Go for the cannon. Will they shoot back? Potentially. No. Okay, enemy turn. That's bad for me. Okay, they don't go for my Colossus. That's good. They go for the skirmishers. But this is not looking very good. I do want to kill this first. Cannon really needs to go. It's not gone. Okay, now we really need to repair. 5,000, that's actually quite good. Oh, César still has an action point, that's good. We can attack once. Vent. Minus 60 heat. Let's attack once more first. Did he vent? No. Oh, high heat. We can hit back. We must not... Oh, he can hit me again. We've overheated, that's bad. Cannon goes down, that's very good. We definitely need to vent. Good. Okay, now we don't have to because we lost lots of health and we actually got disabled for one turn. It's really stupid. This will kill them. And this will kill them. Enemy turn. Now we can act again. He's damaged, I'm not, I can repair. And I can still attack. I can't walk, but I can attack. Let's do it. Disable Colossus. Target focus is below low threshold. Not sure that is the case. Integrity, this seems to be low. I think that's like more like medium. I think this leader here really helps. Did he repair? I hope not. Medium integrity now. And he did not repair. He's got medium heat now. Can attack once more. Low integrity. Disable. And also it says defeat an enemy colossus with the disable function is like an achievement. We lost lots of units, but I think this was a good battle. And we've completed King's Act 1. National Convention Jacobins removed. The Jacobins are defeated. The survivors flee into the streets, running from the pursuing moderates. Find the Jacobins' leaders, arrest them. How dare Robespierre abandon the field? That little weasel has no spine. He'll be back, no matter what you think of him. Robespierre is dedicated. He believes his actions lead to a greater good. Take heart, friends. Though today's battle is but the first of many, we have managed to protect the National Convention. I thank you, Captain Bonaparte, for leading the charge. No doubt your command has minimized our losses. Quite fortunate for us, we'll need every man and woman available. The Jacobins will continue their insurrection from the provinces. The Jacobins want nothing but blood. Let's say that. Reason will not reach them. I gave Robespierre the opportunity to surrender. He would not take it. We must remain vigilant if we are to protect the French people and their duly elected government. By opposing the Jacobins, we have implicitly endorsed the royalists. Our actions today will likely spark civil war. Indeed, let us go and make sense of our new partnership. Our celebrations can wait until we've calmed this chaos. Your fellow deputies step away to address the remaining members of the National Convention. There's still much to be done. Civil war provides personal opportunity. I will protect France's future. Let's say that. You join your compatriots. Confirm. Okay, this is going to be it for this Let's Try video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think of the game. Until then, bye for now.